Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars. I am Xexor, your host. Thank you for joining me. This is part 31 in the series. We're not there yet, but we are nearing the end of the game. So in the last part in Spain, at the De Vasconcelos manor estate, I guess, I finally figured out to take the long snuffer pole that was laying against the inside of the mausoleum and use it to shut the window at the top. I mean, I actually had a thought about that, but I wasn't sure how it would work. So even though you see the little gear tool icon, I clicked and held down on the snuffer wand and then dragged that up to the window, and that had him then do that. And then, of course, I used the burned rag that I had before to light the candle on top. The candle melted away, revealed a key. Then, with the help of Lopez, I found a branch, a Y-shaped branch, and used that to detect water. It didn't really work. We found like a tin can, but Lopez threw the can behind him and it went down a well. Went down the well, and with the key that we found and the candle, and then some rotating of some knobs and a puzzle lock, we were able to get inside and see where the two missing children that nobody knew exactly where they had been. The two missing children were sealed inside, and so their bones were there. And there was a river scene and everything. So now we're heading to England to go to the castle that we'd seen a picture of. Here's the problem. Merlin is in our car, dressed as somebody else, disguised. Not disguised well for me, but I mean, of course, I think they kept some of his disguise more obvious so that you, as the player, could recognize him, of course. George doesn't know. Neither does Nico, at least at the moment. George had to go to the restroom, so he's now out here. Merlin was talking about, though, like I showed him this buzzer or whatever, and he's like, oh, I got shocked by one of those recently, and George's like, that person should be shot, and Merlin's like, no, shouldn't, it's fine, because, of course, George is the one who shocked him. So anyway, excuse me, so now, George said he had to go to the bathroom. I don't know if that was a ruse or not. Anyway, George saying he had to go to the bathroom got me out here, so then I went into this car, so I'm talking to these guys here. So,
what is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put tears in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. Would you like a red nose?
No thanks, pal. I got one of my own.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man. He's chalky white, and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe it's his mate, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know.
I see, buddy, whatever. Okay.
See you later.
And then talk to him.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Anything else up here?
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
The windows seem to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
Ew, gross. Okay, so I think that's it in this car. Let's leave that one. Yeah, see, here's Merlin. He goes there. I'm guessing at some point we'll find evidence that that's actually Merlin run back to help Nico, but I guess we'll find out for sure. It's all dirty and stuff. What are we finding? With. It goes back out just like all of this does. And I may just need to go out again. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something that might be in here. This game usually doesn't have a lot of them, but there are some places, right, where there's something you can interact with, but doesn't really do anything. So, all right, we'll go back out, I guess. This way. Hey, guess what?
Oh,
It's
no.
Flap.
That gangster creep from the hotel.
Guido.
Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me.
Flap.
Weglin. Marquet's burglar.
Oh yeah, Weglin, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I thought it was last time I said that. That was Marquet. So the whole gang is here on this train, pretty much, right? He is so Merlin's henchman, Flap and Guido, Weglin. It's going to be interesting to see how George and Nico get out of this and don't die, right?
The door was locked. The door was locked. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy. Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
So maybe I need to go back and tell Miguel that I found Guido here. Hey, they're not there. What the?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the Sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
I love? What the? He's in love with her? Like, maybe. It's kind of fast to be in love with her, isn't it? Alright, so I need to head right ahead. Talk to them, maybe he's seen something.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans like, so action at Breitling Sea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Breitling Sea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
See you later.
So, no. Oh, I see.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Do I have to click it again? I guess maybe. I thought it was just...
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
I'm surprised he's being drunk. He can actually do that. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna... Still no... Oh, I can save it now. Okay. I was like, still no way to save it? Call this train to England.
Now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great, a power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Interesting. I'll be honest, I apparently wasn't paying enough attention or something. I did not get that Merlin was on a different side. That's cool.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
No.
I shake his hand.
Maybe not.
I'm kidding. That means he's like, you're gonna die. Oh, by the way, shock.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
One last thing, and he dies. All the clues came together so it makes sense. Year 1314, a church, a stream, or burn running through the site of massively one-sided battle. It all points to the Battle of Bannockburn, in which a small Scottish army defeated a much larger English army. Legend has it the Scots were aided by a Templar army. Nico and I are heading to the Church of St. Ninian's, close to the city of Stirling, Scotland, west of Isle. Lobino couldn't come. What a shame. Sword of Baphomet is a colossal power and energy emanating from the earth that can be harnessed to give whoever controls a great power. It seems Khan was always on our side. Like his sect in medieval times, he had great respect for the real Templars, but he knew he had to stop these frauds. Now he's dead. It's up to Nico and me. Nico and me. I like the sound of that. Alright, so save it. Alright, so release her, I'm guessing.
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
I will, when I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Weglin pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things that I'd never get to do, and kissing you was at the top of my list.
George?
Uh-huh?
George, we've got to get off the train. Weglin could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Okay, so that goes that way. Nothing else here, right? Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and go.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, so he's back up the ladder. Fine.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
I like the expressions they give him. Nico's all like, George, really? Figure it out, you weirdo, you brainless dude. Alright, anyway. Do. Okay.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Alright. So we've got...
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old. The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
I've got that as well. Alright, so...
no.
Right, so I got a stick.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth.
So...
I was sure the clay pipe wasn't meant to fit in there. The clay pipe wasn't meant to fit in that hole. No.
Well, that either, right?
It was no good. The demon wasn't inhaling.
Yeah. No, obviously. Okay, so let's see. Well, the first part seemed obvious, but after that, I don't know. Maybe this.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
So now the cog and spindle go there.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
No.
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age. It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Sweet. Press that now, and then anything else? That's it, I'm guessing.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers.
Oh.
It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Sweet. Anything else?
I didn't find anything.
Alright. Found several things there. Alright, so now let's go back here. Again.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place. The cogs all meshed. It began to turn. It was an old coin. It was an old coin. It was the handle from the church tower's winding mechanism. It was the It was a black plastic pen top.
Alright. Now let's call it Church Tower. Okay, and in.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Dope. And of course Nico just goes. She's like, do, whatever, I'll just go ahead and go in here.
It looks like the Templars got here first.
We might not be too late. There's still a chance.
I wish I had your optimism.
So do I, Georges. Sometimes you're so negative.
Shut up, Nico. You stupid beep. Okay, so no. Got that. Okay, so we go this way, I guess.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for? Will you look at that? Baphomet. Lavino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image. No more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch, if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the Sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars. George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
Ah, George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Aw.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Alright, let me go over here. Grandmaster, a ruthless megalomaniac who manipulates all random assassins, perpetuating a medieval conflict to uphold ancient honor. Crazy, all makes sense. Sword, colossal energy, divine powers, communication with angels, the opportunity to learn arcane and divine secrets of power that the Templars had and lost. No wonder these Neo-Templar guys wanted to find and reforge the sword so badly. Alright. Save it again. Okay. How about... what am I going to use to stop him? Probably not, but let's see.
Come on, George, think of something.
What do you suggest?
Well, this place is full of explosives.
It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been...
This... oh, I know. How about this? There you go.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact.
C4.
A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Juke. Run! Run! George is like, Nico, I love you. Aw, she kissed him back. How romantic.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Oh, yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
Awesome. All right, everybody. That's the end. This has been Let's Play Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars, Part 31. Thanks for joining me in this series. I'll be doing more Broken Sword series later on. Not immediately, but a little ways down the road I'll do Broken Sword 2. And then I've done Broken Sword 3 before, so I'll do it won't be a Let's Play, it'll be a walkthrough of that. And then we'll continue with Broken Sword 4, I think they have also. So, anyway, I'll continue these from time to time. Thanks for joining me on this series, and I will see you on the next Broken Sword series. Hopefully you'll enjoy my other series also, and go and check some of those out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is Xexor signing off. Peace.